What is going on, everybody? Back on it. My Hero, final season. Season 8, episode 5. We've got 12 episodes. The first 4 episodes have been banger after banger. Like, they've been up there. You know, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, they're the greatest anime episodes ever. They're the best My Hero. There's so many My Hero. Like, what are we at? 164 here. I don't know where they rank, but as far as the first 4 episodes of a season, the final season, just all of it, they've been really good. No complaints the entire way. Story, characters, animation, art, all of it. Just top. So we'll see if it keeps going. I'm curious to see if they stick the landing. It's been going good. They're running down the track right now. They're about to leap off the edge. We'll see if they stick it. It's been great. Last episode, All for One is officially defeated. I don't know if he has any part to play. Me personally, seeing just the man that he was, like, we got this crazy story of him, but just the character that he was, you know, the way he plotted and planned and thought ahead. I would like to think that there's some kind of fail-safe implanted or something that he had. I don't think we'll see the last of him, and I don't mean that like we'll see it in some kind of like Shigaraki flashback interaction. I would like, if I had to bet money on, do we see All for One have some type of impact on Shigaraki, on this upcoming fight, something of that nature? I will say yes. So we'll see. For now, he's officially defeated, and it's we've cleared the board for just straight up Midoriya, Shigaraki running the 1v1. Now, of course, random characters can come up and help. You know, I said, like, maybe, you know, Todoroki shows up and just shoots from deep, or maybe Present Mike, Aizawa, and Warpgate come back around and, you know, do. But I don't know if anybody here, like, if it wasn't going to be Bakugo or All Might or maybe an Endeavor or something on that level, I don't see anybody really giving us much, like, assistance. Maybe they save Deku in a moment, give him a minute to, like, take a deep breath. But as far as anybody really having an impact here, I'm pretty sure it just looks like it's gonna, I mean, unless Eri shows up, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be Midoriya versus Shigaraki running the 1v1. The episode is titled History's Greatest Villain, and we'll see what we get. We got the All for One backstory last episode. What was at the end of it all? Let's say All for One is successful, merges with Shigaraki, defeats All Might, Deku, Bakugo, the list goes on and on. What was his final, just like, what was the end goal with that? Like, what was the plan? What was Project Tsukuyomi? Like, what did it look like at the very, like, if he's the last one standing, what was his end goal with that? Because we saw, you know, just from birth, just take, but we saw care for his brother, his environment, just warping them up. But he was also, like, shitty, was right out the womb. He was, it was a lot going on. I feel like that's the one thing I wish it would, 2 things. I said, like, nothing I would have changed. A little more from Stain when he showed up and then just got instantly. And then I wish we could have dove into All for One's backstory, just like an extra episode. I feel like we could have squeezed a little bit more out of that. But regardless, it's been good. Episode 5. Let us see. Let us see if they can continue to deliver. Edge shot, I don't know what's up with him. She's over here polishing her new limbs. All the girls got new haircuts. Yeah, the Shigaraki is a loose, uncalculated cannon. They're gonna hit the ground. So what happens? Like, they're gonna hit the ground. Ooh, let's not get copyrighted. Let's not get copyrighted. Alright, we're in. Just what do you do when we hit the ground? I just think there's no way Midoriya keeps him off the ground the entire time. Jesus. In a week's time. Got 8 episodes left, including this. Let's see what we get. Here we go. We've been 4 episodes. These 2 have been off to the side. So let's see them go in. Look at the ocean they're just hovering over. He knows. He knows. He knows. He still referred to him as master, too. There we go. You're getting real close there, buddy. Regen. Huh? What do you mean danger sense has been... Did he just yoink that off of us? What do you mean by that? About a dozen seconds ago. What do you mean by that? What just happened? And he's gone. This happened all in the same sequence here. How do you... Fuck my life. He sensed it because... He did yoink it, bro. And I was like, how does he... Danger sense, duh. God damn. Golly. Jesus. But does that mean... I mean, he did physically make contact then, correct? Yeah. Danger sense. Oh my god almighty. Oh my god. Man's spidey senses are tingling. He can't stop twinkling. That's a... Yeah, that's just bad, bro. That's really bad. And that's what it is, the decision we have to make. Where are we going here? Is Midoriya fighting to save, or are we fighting to kill? Because right now I feel like he's fighting to save, fighting to restrain, fighting to talk no jutsu. You might have to make a decision here, which you see this in every iteration of animes and things. The hero trying to save. You have to make a decision like, are we saving or are we putting him down? I don't know if he can... There goes his smile. I don't know if he can, you know, just restrain or... Oh, man. I don't know if we can just seal him away forever. I think it's either we lose or we kill. Yeah. He's not physically built up for these. That image with danger sense getting taken was crazy. What does he think? We just like pass it to the next and retry? Like, what's his plan there? Oh, there goes that ground. See you when we see you. Yeah. Still thinking of his friends. New OST going crazy right now, by the way. So they've mixed in a little bit of 3D with this. The waves look kind of like 3D, and then some of the debris is kind of like, He just enjoys being a piece of shit. Like, he'll just burn it all down. Yeah, he's thinking about saving him, man. Still treating him like a human. I don't know if we can compete thinking like that. It might take a couple episodes to... The thing is the regen. He has it, we don't. How do we get rid of it? That's focus number one, which I don't know if you can. Hold on. Oh. We're going for like a United States smash. Just the pressure from the air. I thought the episode ended. Okay, we've still got a solid like 10 to 12 minutes left. Okay. Alright, again. My hero's doing it. Just the air pressure. That's some All Might shit right there. Correct. As long as he just keeps culling the area. Yeah, but it just stops it in that moment. He just goes right... That danger sense activated so fast. Problem is that we're landing great hits. He just regens it, man. That's the best you can do with danger sense. Even though he can sense it, doesn't mean he's quick enough to always avoid. He's pumping up that Fajin. Yeah. I was gonna say, that really doesn't do much for the smoke, does it? When he can sense us. Danger sense and sense at the same time. Yeah, without drawback. Yeah. He's like just kind of, he's these like recurring just like cooldown, 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 cooldown. He's convinced he's gonna save him. Convinced. We're on some like Sasuke, I will save you shit. Thing is, it's the common question. It's like, you might not be able to stop him if you don't go for the kill, even if you're trying to save him. He's saying that's not in there anymore. And again, it's like, who's bluffing? Like, who's bluffing? Who's kidding themselves here? Is it Shigaraki talking like that boy's not there? Or is it Midoriya kidding himself? Who's lying to themselves here? Oh, shit. And there it is. Grin and bear it. That's the decision we have to make. Who's kidding themselves? Someone here is gonna break their ideology is gonna break. Midoriya, Shigaraki's. But what does it mean if Shigaraki's breaks? He just like, oh, don't worry, guys, I'll be a good citizen now. He can never be allowed to live. I mean, allowed to free. That's why they were facing the wall. I never wanted to show the first time. I mean, that's just what he's been, bro. So I'm curious. I'm really curious what they do here. They make a big decision on how the story lands with a lot of people is what they choose to do with like Shigaraki here. Is he savable? Is he redeemable? But then the follow-up question is like, say he is, then what? What does that mean after that? Eh? We're not, actually. I've got a piece of cloth over here trying to keep us awake. Oh Lord. Because that's the follow-up question. It's like, okay, if he's saved, then what? He just stays in captivity for the rest of his life? Is that a way to live? He'll never be allowed to be just a citizen again. Even if the greatest superhero says it's fine. No, 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 no. So what do you do? I don't know. That's definitely where the story's going. Well, like, that's the struggle right now. Save or kill. They're connected. That's... God, I wish she would have gotten more episodes. I wish it would have been her against the rewinding all for one and us like we are against Shigaraki. God, what a time that would have been. Yeah, what does he mean by that? Like, you don't mean, like, let him take it, right? Mm-hmm. Crazy shot. A wound left behind from Star and Stripe. His regen... Yeah. Yeah, we just don't. That sounds ballsy as fuck. Yeah, let's... They'll be able to influence him from the inside, but like another original OST they're playing right now. Yeah. Punch it into him one good time. The one that was so against it at the beginning is coming up with this plan. Well, they're really going into this like we have to win from within. Oh, here we go. We need, that's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, he'll have a recoil, but he just regens. This is the second user that got us in this position in the first place, by the way. That made, yeah, this right here. That sent All For One spiraling. That is true. They have been in there watching this, watching him, watching his mental the whole time. I like how All Might is influencing this in them, and he's not even, like, in there. Eat it. Alright. I want to see them show it actually work before this episode ends. Like a little bit of like, yeah. My hero. Nice. The one that's been there with the original the whole time. Another original OST here. Whoa. What was that claw-like look right there? Danger sense. What are these claws? That look is crazy right now, by the way. And they end it. After credit, 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 after credit. Well, we don't do previews around here. Damn, I was gonna go with the shots they had of that crazy. It wasn't like a pastel. I don't even know what you would call it. Of Shigaraki they had there, with like the change in art style with his like hair going out. But then we get that last shot of Midoriya right there. Okay, so we are going with the... This happens all the time. You know, I think some of the biggest is like Naruto, or even not my favorite, Avatar. And, you know, the list goes on and on and on of what does it mean to like be a hero, be a ninja, be the Avatar, be the greatest hero, be a Hokage, be a friend. The list goes on and on and on and on. It's a great question that's in not just anime, comics, movie, media, literature. What does it mean? Like, your job is to save, is it not? You know, the Captain America syndrome. Like, we save everyone, regardless. You know, the Winter Soldier's a straight piece of shit that's killed in operations and killed. People would say Shigaraki needs to be put down. Orochimaru, like, you need to be locked in the deepest depths of hell for the things that you've done. Some would say everybody can be saved regardless. And a lot of stories do choose to go that way. And I'm not a fan of it, but it can be done well to be like accepted and be fine. It's not my preferred, because then even if you do, I'm always the one that asks the questions. Okay, now what? Let's say we shatter Shigaraki's mind. We pull that little boy forward to the forefront. That's him and his mental going forward. Like, is he just freely allowed to be a part of society? I don't see any, but again, it's like, Midoriya would be okay with it. I mean, he's the one that saved him. You know, I'm sure he'd have Uraraka, and he may even get some others to, like, you know, agree with him in that standpoint. All Might, you know, if he's still physically living after this, he may, but like, the general consensus is going to be like, how is that allowed? How can I sleep at night knowing this man can just like walk around and do whatever he likes, even though he's saved? And what you do with that is like, well, you know, if the symbol of peace, if the superhero we believe in, Deku, All Might, whatever you want it to be, if they say it's okay, if Superman says it's okay, if the savior of the world, Naruto, says it's okay, if Avatar The Last Air, well, you know, that's a different one, but that's more of a captured thing, sealed thing. But if they say it's okay, I'll believe in them, because he believed enough to sit, like, he fought for us, so I'll believe in that. But like, again, it's such a slippery slope, and it's like, I can't imagine like Shigaraki like becoming a teacher at UA or doing it. I don't know. I just think it's messy. It's a lot to clean up, but it has been done, and it can be done. And then it's like, okay, say he does, say like, no, we would never release him back into society. So what? He just stays in a jail cell for the rest of his days? It's a complicated question. It's a lot. But they've really been hammering this. I mean, Midoriya's been doing that from the beginning. You know, he just moves to save. What was it? First episode, he just runs in there, no quirk, to save Bakugo. He just does. And that's what's built the relationships and got him to this point. So I'll be curious to see the parts that they play with here. Seeing him just like pluck off Danger Sense was crazy, by the way, and the imagery of like him going in there, and done great. The OSTs and the music, the art, animation, it's hitting. I'm just very curious to see, like, again, it's not my preferred way to go about it, but it can be done properly. I'm just curious to see how it goes. I'm trying to envision if they save him, you know, what does that look like? Now, I feel like he could also be saved and, like, killed at the end of this, released. You know, he may be saved and come to the forefront, but realize the things that he's done and the path that he chose, and just like still push forward of like, if I can't live with the new world that I want to create, like, it's not like I appreciate you saving me, but I still feel the same. And then it's like, all right, well, we have to clash in that. It's a very like, what side of it on, but it's such a gray area. It's hard to be like hard lined on one side of it all. Because you'd be like, if that was me and I ever turned to Shigaraki, I would want the chance to be saved if I could. But then you're like, on the other side, like, the things you've done and the people you've killed and the destruction you've had, there's no coming back. And you could just be hard lined on both sides. But like, if that was somebody close to you or someone you had a connection with, if there was a chance to pull them back, would you want that chance to pull them back? And people would say, yeah. But then it just overlaps into a bunch of gray. Regardless, we'll see what they go with. Seeing Star and Stripe still have an influence is great. Again, that's 5 episodes down. We have 7 left. They've been doing great. Now we're starting to see what they're going with here. They're going to try to go with the save method. He can be redeemed. He can be pulled back. I'm anxious. I'm not worried that they won't stick the landing. I'm anxious. So we'll see. We'll leave it there and see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,